All right, people, I'm taking a quick little neighborhood walk. Hold on, let me get through this gate. Hold on. I want to be. You can tell I walk fast. All right, this is a quick little neighborhood walk across the street. All right, I'm back. I'm doing a quick little walk. As you can tell, it's a nice little Florida evening. Okay, this is actually my neighborhood McDonald's. And you see there's a Taco Bell like right next to it. Little Chinese place, gas station, CVS, because I only live like one block down this way. So, what is it? It's about, also like 8 o'clock. So when I move places, any apartment I've ever lived in, I try to choose a neighborhood where there's a few things I could walk to, at least one fast food restaurant, some kind of pharmacy, light grocery store, and I always make sure there's a gas station. And I try to be either on the bus line or within 5 minutes of walking to one. You know what they say, work smarter, not harder. So even though I have a car, you want to leave yourself just in case something goes wrong. You know, your car goes down for a day or two or whatever the case may be. You want to make sure you have something to where you can still live and function. So let me go. I'm about to go in here, just get a couple apple pies, a smoothie, and then I will be walking home. All right, people, and there's my little neighborhood Circle K. I told you where I live. I try to make sure I stay central. So I always have a gas station like literally 5 minutes around the corner. I already showed you guys my neighborhood McDonald's. And then my car lot, I have a Hyundai. It's not on this street, but as soon as you go on Hillsborough, which is like 1 minute up the road, my car lot is literally 5 minutes from my house. So if something ever happened, I could get to the yard, to the garage pretty quick. So I keep everything convenient and central. But today I kind of just wanted to talk about my whole experience overall living here in Tampa, Florida. I moved here in October 2017. I've been coming here about 20 years. My sister moved here way, I think 2004. And it's 2023. So 19, 20 years, same thing. I've been living here. Of those, I've been here the past 6. And, you know, I guess what really drew me here, not even just my sister. I'm a nature person. I love wildlife. Of course, the temperature. Of course, the water. So I've always wanted to live in a tropical area. You know, and the funny thing is that my sister, hold on here. Okay, the funny thing is that my sister had actually beat me here because the same conversation when I was calling her to let her know that, hey, I'm moving to Florida, she was calling to tell me I was thinking about it. I was going to go to USF, University of South Florida. So I was calling my sister like, hey, I think I'm going to be doing something kind of crazy because we're both from a small Ohio town, you know, Kent, Ohio. And that was kind of radical at the time that we just up and moving to Florida out the clear blue sky. So she beat me here. She was here in 2004. And then I was here I was here 13 years later. But I was always coming here anyways, because I just felt like it was meant to be part of my story. So I finished my Greyhound career here from, up until March 2021. And then I did my short little time with the city bus, Citrus Connection of Polk County, Florida, for about a year and almost 3 months. And then I took a month off. No. I took a month off between Greyhound and the city bus. And I by June 27th, 3 days later, I was enrolled in Roadmaster. See, people don't realize a lot of times in my life, I plan things out. And a lot of people always say, oh, you can't plan the future. You don't know what tomorrow is going to happen. But to me, I've always been able to kind of do that because I position myself to do the things that I plan to do. And I think the reason why people say it doesn't work because they don't follow through with what their plans are. And that's a big part of the reason. It's my little cousin. But that's a big part of the reason why I am doing what I'm doing, by giving the apartment up and living off my truck. And I'll get more into that, more detailed once I start doing it. I kind of want to do a pro and con video. I always draw light to what I don't like in my videos. Anyways, so pros and cons of Florida. What drew me to the state of Florida, obviously my sister was here, but I told you, I was coming anyways, planning to come for University of South Florida. So when she ended up beating me here, and I started visiting, really I thought it was too hot. I'm like, maybe it's a good thing I didn't come, because it was just simply too hot. So believe it or not, one of my cons to living in Florida, it's too hot. Me being from Ohio, where I'm used to, I was born 30 miles under Lake Erie, so I'm used to lake effect snow. And I guess a lot of people run from that. For me, I was never running from it, so. And I always used to tell people I'm a cold person, like I don't even want to live somewhere it's always hot. But to be honest, it's still a con of mine, but a pro of the heat, I've noticed. Like my nose is stuffy now because I was actually back up north in Ohio, but I noticed since I've been in Florida, it's not as bad. I used to get kind of headaches up north. A lot of those headaches are gone. And I do feel slightly a little bit better in my body. Can't really say it's because of the heat. Maybe it's just because I'm more relaxed due to the atmosphere. I don't know. But Florida it's still too hot. I've adjusted to it and I'm used to it. Like when I first moved here, I got here at like 2 in the morning, so I just went straight in the house. I didn't unpack my car. But when I got up that following morning, I had to literally hold on to my car because I felt like I was going to pass out from the heat. And I've actually seen people, when I was at Greyhound, I actually seen a lady, she got off the bus and she just fell flat on her face. And then everyone ran, man, what's wrong? What's wrong? And when she got up, she said, oh my God, I just got so hot. And I actually know for a fact that is possible because it almost was me. I was holding my car and telling my sister, get some water. I'm about to pass out, but I didn't. But Florida, it is too hot. For me, like I've lived this life the past 5-6 years, but it was never really my absolute favorite. Okay, the other con, and I want to be, because sometimes I'm too long-winded, too much, it's overpopulated. Anything that people see as a paradise, whether it's the weather, the conditions, the environment, everybody wants to come, and now everybody kind of is coming. And there'd be one thing if they could come and respect it for what it is, but a lot of these people are coming, and most true Floridians that I know, they tell me what I'm about to say. people come here and they basically they drag their demons with them. You know, so instead of coming and seeing it as an opportunity to change your life and to do better and try something different, people come here with the same old, same old. So you got people from California, you got people from Texas, you got people from New York. And it's like the same atmosphere that they had there, they're bringing it with them. Instead of looking at this like it's a fresh start, let me do something different. So it's becoming overpopulated, but what makes it worse is the people are bringing their demons and not adjusting to the lifestyle. Now, me being a nature person, I got to say something. I also get tired of the whole thing with the alligators. People come here from up north, and everybody thinks that, oh, you see an alligator, it needs to be killed. It's a nuisance alligator. Oh, I walked up to the bank of the river and it didn't run away, so that means people are feeding it, please kill it. These people are not considering the fact that what if they, it's their house, they live there. Maybe they're not running because they are kind of used to seeing people, but they're not necessarily going to do nothing to you. And like I say, I'm a nature lover, and I had a reptile. I had my own turtle for 29 years, 91 to 2020. So I'm just a reptile person. But yeah, people come here and they think that any alligator they see needs to be killed immediately. My thing is, look, you came here. We didn't come to you. So if you can't deal with what we have going on here as far as the wildlife, stay away. Why are you here for? We don't. A lot of Floridians don't even like a whole lot of people coming here. So if you're going to come here and just demand that everything changes to suit your needs, stay away. We don't want you. And I'm not even from here natively, but I'm one of the ones that can't. I'm a good guest. I know how to be a guest. I'm not here trying to, make it New York, make it LA, make it Texas. No. This is Florida. So if you come here, deal with whatever for what the atmosphere naturally is. Okay, the biggest con, and I'm a professional driver, so I deal with it every day I go to work. I almost want to cuss. These mother beeps, they can't drive down here. I don't know if it's the people who come from other places. I don't know if it's the natives trying to keep up and adjust to the New Yorkers or what. There are some parts of Florida where anytime you go on the highway, you feel as if your life is on the line. You feel like you're going to die and you're not going to make it home. I'm serious. Like I-4 between Tampa and Orlando, and then going to Miami, I-95 or the Turnpike, once you get to, exit 70, Okeechobee. From Okeechobee down after West Palm, terrible. Then by the time you get to exit 27, which is Sunshine and Brevard Boulevard, woo! Only 30 miles to get to Miami. Those 30 miles, you almost feel like you need to be in an armored plated vehicle to make it. Now, luckily, I'm in buses or trucks, so I'm still safe. But just the way they drive, you can't tell if they're on a suicide mission or a murder mission because they just drive so reckless, so fast. I've seen it where people put turn signals on and people damn near leaning out the windows with guns because they're mad that they had to slow down for 2 seconds so you could turn. Whew. But those are really only the cons. They can't drive down here. Overpopulated. The people will not adjust to the lifestyle here. They try to make it where they come from instead of just appreciating it for what it is. And I do feel it's too hot. Now, I'm not really leaving Florida. I'm giving up my apartment, but I'll still be based out here because my home terminal is here in Florida. I have no intention of changing that. I'm just giving up the apartment, which will give me more flexibility for my home time. I could just go to my parents. I can get hotels and just stay in random cities I've never been in. So it's not that I'm actually leaving Florida, but I won't be here as much. But I am giving up this particular neighborhood in Tampa, Florida, which I live off of Dale Mabry. The other place I lived, I kind of lived somewhat in the hood prior to here. I lived by Okaloosa 22nd in Bush. But I actually like that neighborhood, believe it or not. Because people, they didn't fool with you. You could tell there were things going on in that particular neighborhood. I think some of those hotels were drug hotels, a lot of prostitutes. But I didn't do that stuff, so it didn't really bother me. And I walked around a lot, daytime, nighttime. There was a time when my car went out and I had to ride the bus, city bus. Those were good memories, though, because like I said, the thing about the hoods in Florida, at least the ones that I've been to, and I've been to pretty much all of them, because you got to remember I was a Greyhound driver, so a lot of our stops, the garages, the hotels, we were in the hood flat out. And I never had no problem. As long as you, like the Bible says, like it says, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. That just means mind your business. Keep it moving. If you do that in most hoods in Florida, people won't mess with you. So I mainly said the cons and pros together because really my experience here in Florida has been beautiful. I've reconnected with my sister and her children, especially my little nephew. When I came here, he was only like a year and a half. He's almost 7 or 8. And it's not that that he's my favorite, but I've just seen the process of his growth, from such a young age until now. So he does kind of have a special place in my heart, kind of, sort of. He's not my favorite. I don't have favorites, but, his personality, he's very personable. So, you mess with the people who mess with you. He messes with me. It was so bad that when I lived there, when I would leave, he would cry. So we would try this little trick. Like my sister would act like she's changing his diaper, or she wants to feed him. She wants to put something in his bottle. And at the time, my car, I had a muffler problem. So as soon as I started my car, he could hear it. Just crying hysterically. And I'll probably try to put pictures of him where I would actually take pictures of him holding on to my leg. He would not let me leave that house. So, it makes you feel good that somebody cares about you that much. They don't want to see you leave. So leaving Florida and leaving that, like my nephew, my sister, it is a sadness to it, but knowing that I'm on a mission, that there's something I'm trying to accomplish, that puts me in a spot where even though there is sadness, or not even sadness, but you just feel some type of way, as they say, when you know why you're doing it. Which one day I'll have a mansion with 110 rooms, and maybe some of them might live with me. You never know. I'm doing what I'm about to do for a reason, so what they say, get out your feelings. Even if I do feel sad or I feel like I give the plants up, I gotta give up my aquarium, I gotta give up this, I gotta give up that. For the future that I believe that I will get ultimately, it's gonna be worth it. So I wanted the video to be short. It's obviously not gonna be short. We are getting close to the end. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give Florida a strong 9. I felt reasonably safe my whole time here. And I've walked the streets of Tampa, Tallahassee, Fort Myers, Miami, Orlando, Jacksonville, kind of West Palm a little bit, Fort Lauderdale for sure. Where else? Lakeland, of course, when I did the city bus. Bartow. Haines City a little bit. You know, so I've been around a lot of different, Gainesville, Lake City, Panama City, Pensacola, different, really all of Florida. Then the small cities, Naples, Port Charlotte. I've always felt safe. I never felt like, looking around. So I give Florida a strong 9 out of 10. And I would definitely move. Well, I'm not even all the way moving, but I would definitely consider it as a place if and when I get the money that I need for my horse farm, my ultimate vision. Florida is definitely in the on the list of contenders. So I'm gonna end the video. I may have to edit it because it's all over the place, for real, but Florida has been good to me, no lie. If you look over my YouTube channel from 2018 on, you'll see me always at the water. Not so much the beach, but like Courtney Campbell Causeway. I took a lot of gator expeditions. And it's like I can't get off the gator subject because you just hear so many people have so much negativity towards these animals. When I first moved here, if they were how people said, I would not be making a video because I was at Silver Springs State Park, first place I ever really been in Florida. I routed it that way because someone told me about it, about how clear the water was and the glass bottom boats and this and that. So when I was leaving the park, there's a little bridge you go over. They have like these pellets where you could feed the turtles. Me being a reptile lover, you put quarters. It's like a gumball machine, but you get turtle pellets. So me being not from Florida, I figured I'm out the park. We didn't see no gators actually that particular day. So I was like, okay, cool. There's no gators. We're out the park. We're almost in the parking lot, but you go over this little bridge thing. I get on my hands and knees. I'm here, turtle, come here. I'm dropping pellets and reaching my hand out, almost touching them. Next thing I know, this huge head comes out from under the bridge. And I'm almost touching him. I'm not lying to you because I told you I was on my hands and knees leaning over. I almost basically was touching this thing. His head went right under my hand and I pulled it back so fast because it was not a little alligator. This thing was huge. And he was so calm though, but it let me see that he was there the whole time. So if these were the way people say, like any human that they see, they're going to kill you, they're going to drag you in the water. If it was truly that was the case, he could have had me so easily. You know, my heart, boom, 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 boom. Because I was like, damn, I was that close. I didn't even know it. And the people kind of who had seen me, they're like, oh, that whatever his name is, oh, that's just Big Jim or whatever his name is. He wouldn't hurt a fly. I'm like, yeah, but the fact that I was so close and I did not know it. So since I've been in Florida, there's been more cases of that where I've been on a trail, or because I'm a nature person, I look over like, oh, nice to see you. Big gators, not little ones. So I guess I'm ending this video talking about gators. Like, if you come to Florida, leave them things alone. And that's like the lady that just got killed walking her dog. 85-year-old lady, literally on the edge of the water with a small dog. You can't do that in Florida. Gators eat possums, raccoons. That's what they hunt by nature. So if you have a little dog, they don't really see the difference. They see dinner. And even in that video where the lady got killed, and I'm going to end the video soon, he clearly was not going for that lady. He came out. You could see where he actually ran past her legs to get to the dog. And the news wanted to sensationalize it and turned it into, oh, the gators are going to get you. They want to kill you. They need to be killed. And it's like, no, you need to follow the rules of how they tell you to conduct yourself around the water in the state of Florida. You can tell I'm an animal lover, like, and I'm a people lover too. But when you're not gonna follow the rules, don't come to Florida. You just keep it simple. But anyhow, I love the state. I've had a very wonderful time here. As I said earlier, 9 out of 10. All the people on my channel, hopefully you stick along. Pretty soon it will not be a plant channel. It will not be an aquatics channel. It will still be a nature channel. Because I'll travel wherever I'm at. I'll still take videos. But I'm going to be focusing more on the truck. So you will be getting a lot of trucking videos. And which I actually love it. I have a lot of fun in that business. So let me get off here. All right, people.